Hello everyone. It's 1:23 p.m. in the afternoon. So wow, they got a bunch of I don't know what kind of small flies those are. So behind me they got three white vehicles in a row. And yeah, it was a white vehicle that just dropping people off now. But so I don't remember if I dozed off and fell asleep at 9:30 or 10 o'clock. But I woke up at 12:15 and so I'm still feeling sleep deprived, feeling tired. So yeah, in this spot it's always the ants. I try to go stand where I was yesterday. So um this morning was the first time ever since being harassed about the red velvet cake. Like, I have not had anything red velvet related for like over yeah, it's been well over a year, but not quite a year and a half. So this morning with my breakfast, they had a new flavor of muffin that I wanted to try it. And it was like a red velvet muffin with cream cheese in the middle. It was like a red velvet cream cheese muffin with some chocolate chips. And yeah, like ever since, the stalkers and my twin sister were, they would harass me about the red velvet cake because of the situation that happened when it was right before they succeeded at workplace mobbing me off the job. And and y'all don't see me bullying or picking on my twin sister. I document her perp activity just like the other stalkers and say, well, she's doing this to me, she's doing that to me. But, you don't see me mocking and poking fun at her and stuff like that, You don't see me bullying her. But, so they, even this year, for over a year, they would still harass me about, the red velvet cake or whatever. So I, refrained from consuming like any red velvet cake or anything like that, But like before the incident that happened with those 5 boys, like what happened for y'all who are newer and wasn't like subscribed to me in February of last year, February 2024, I had a short-lived job working at a restaurant called Piccadilly. I guess they call it Piccadilly Cafeteria. Excuse me. And with the Piccadilly job, they workplace mobbed me off the job and the online stalkers they were calling in and calling up the place, spreading lies about me, trying to get me wrongfully fired and banned from the job. Well, the in-person stalkers, they're making my chin itch. The in-person stalkers, and the managers bullied me off the job, and their workplace mobbed me. And that was the last job I ever got to have. So, and the job lasted not even 3 weeks. And it took me at least 3 weeks to get my first paycheck. And it didn't pay enough. Whoa, come on. Flies. Hold on, they got this doggone fake ass truck that's backing in. Come on. They're playing. See, right when I turn the camera on them, then they stop. So, but so like it was actually, I think, the day before. It was like the day of or the day before they succeeded at workplace mobbing me. They had an online perp. Like when I said that, when I had the job, I said that I needed to, I said, I didn't say I was going to, but I said I needed to, and that I was going to try to. I was going to try to practice to limit, and had a goal to limit my desserts at the job, when I pay for my food or whatever, that I was going to try to limit my desserts to like twice a week instead of spoiling myself every day, but making myself feel like I have to have dessert too. And I mentioned that I had chocolate cake. And then it was an online perp that was one of my twin sisters' cult followers, that narcissistically lectured me and falsely accused me of lying about my goals. I didn't say it was a promise. About the about eating dessert just about every day at work on the days that I work. And then and so they try to throw the Bible in there to shame me and weaponize the Bible and try to lecture me. And somebody's smoking around here. Try to lecture me and talk about, try to attack me with the Bible scripture about talking about let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. Like, let your yes be yes and let your no be no. And, they trying to falsely make it like as if I was, breaking promises. And if I was, it ain't y'all business. It ain't your stalker's business. Look what the police is doing. Oh, never mind. I thought, well, they want to get as close to me as possible. The police never park over there, but because I'm standing over here. But, while all these perps trying to freaking distract me. But, I'm not saying that the police can't park right there. I'm just saying that it's unusual for them to park right there, and they're only parking right there. So I don't know whether it's to intimidate or distract me. But or maybe a different reason. But or maybe he had a different reason. But yeah, so but yeah, so after that person tried to lecture me about the cake, I think it was the same day that I was workplace mobbed and forced to have to quit because they had a male coworker that made me feel unsafe on the job. And he was almost young enough to be my child. He was like 14 years younger than me, somewhere around there. No, he was 26, almost 27, and I was 39 going on 40, something like that. 13, 14 um, years younger than me, somewhere, maybe 12. But yeah, a whole lot younger than me. And my brain ain't working right because I'm tired and sleep deprived still. So then the next day, um, after I was workplace mobbed off the job, I had to be back on the streets again. And I didn't get help with hotel nights because my first paycheck had not come yet. And then, and so I still had to keep asking for help with hotel because my first paycheck didn't come. And then, excuse me, I ended up having to be back on the streets, and I had the situation with those 5 boys. That at first I thought they were Hispanic, but then I think they were Middle Eastern Arab Muslim. And then after the situation with the 5 boys, a couple of nights later, I ended up being illegally swatted and wrongfully arrested and thrown in jail for real. But the situation with those 5 boys, they had different flavors of cake, like chocolate cake, red velvet cake, vanilla cake, whatever other cake. But the first one that I noticed was red velvet, I think. And then that's when the online stalkers, um, started, and my twin sister was harassing me for months and months and months on end about red velvet cake and making fake AI memes about a pig greedily devouring a whole bunch of red velvet cake and stuff. So I refrained mostly from eating like actual red velvet cake. I haven't even had red velvet brownies or nothing like that. Red velvet pancakes, nothing. But today, I just wanted to try the red velvet cheesecake muffin, you know. And it's like twice I asked them to warm it up and they didn't make it warm enough. I didn't want them to burn it, but it wasn't warm enough or hot enough. And I don't know if that was intentional or if they didn't know. But I wish that the temperature was hotter or warmer, like piping hot, but not burnt. But I wanted it to be really hot, and I know it would taste the best that way. Excuse me. But so yeah, I had like a red velvet cheesecake muffin with some chocolate, like some little chocolate not chocolate chips, but more like these rectangular little small chocolate chip thingies. It wasn't like the traditional shape of chocolate chips. And but it was really good, but very sweet, very sweet. Sweeter than the other cup flavor cupcakes. So I had that and a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant and orange juice for breakfast. Thanks for the help. And excuse me, I could have lunch if I want to. I could have lunch if I want to today. Today, if I have enough funds where I could have lunch if I want to. But I kind of can't because I have to use the funds towards the fake court situation tomorrow. You know. So, but yeah. The reason, like, there's someone that's offering to help me with the clothes for court, but I have the money for that. But if I don't want the person to get it because, you know, with me having to keep my belongings to a minimum after I wear the clothes and stuff, then I'm gonna have to give it away. For me, like, to try to get the cheapest clothes possible to wear for court and then have to give it away because I have to keep my belongings to a minimum. And I don't want for someone to pay for my clothes for court and then I have to give them away. You know, I don't want them to waste the money, you know. And plus, you know, since I just got the paycheck, it wasn't a lot of money for the you know, it's like with the jail and court situation, I don't even care about, I'm so angry, I don't even care about looking nice. I don't care about looking nice. Because the stalkers, y'all did this to me. I don't care about looking nice. I don't want to impress wicked people. Look a certain way, and you still got something to say. So, while I have enough funds for the clothes for court, but you know, as I said, I don't want to waste people's money if I have to just wear it once and then go give it away, because I can't carry it around. What am I supposed to carry the clothes around and be more burdened than what I already am? And like, for me to just not wear the clothes and then carry them around for 2 whole months. Well, not 2 whole months, but no, but like maybe a month and a half because of the fake court date in August 11th. It's another one. They need to drop the false charges. And what if I do go there looking my best or looking very professional tomorrow, and they still, quote unquote, throw the book at me? You know, that's why, I mean, what if they do throw the book at me? Or what if someone helps me with clothes for court and now I don't have enough funds for a hotel, but I have enough for the clothes. Maybe I can, you know, $20 or $30 for the clothes. But what if I don't get to have help for the hotel room for tonight and tomorrow night to put my belongings and to freshen up and groom myself, you know, and be stinky and dirty and can't get help with hotel room. So, you know, I need help with hotel room for tonight and tomorrow night. And I'm taking a gamble with trying to get help with a hotel for tonight and tomorrow night, because the stalkers they probably are doing rituals. But I can try to pray against it, for them to try to, brag about the rituals that they're doing. Talking about that they hope that the court and everybody throw the book at me and find me, quote unquote, guilty, and for me to be forced to have to serve an undeserved jail sentence. So that's why I gave the jail information yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? That I think it was yesterday. In the community post, I put the jail information. And I put the jail information, and in case they do wrongfully by surprise, because the fake public offender is not helping me at all. Forget not trying to help. He ain't helping. Well, he ain't trying to help. So for this to catch me by surprise that, I'm going to end up going to jail. But, as I said, when it comes to the jail and court situation, it seems like 0 of my prayers have been answered. None of them. I'm praying that they drop the false criminal charges, and it's like they're still trying to make me, trying to falsely accuse me of being guilty and wrong. And so instead of, when it's like the fake public offender is trying to, he's trying to hunt for reasons to have me wrongfully criminalized for trespassing. And I have the notarized letter. The way they just keep giving me the runaround and playing games and extending more and more fake court dates, and then trying to take my money. He even offered another deferred prosecution and just taking my damn money. And try to bully me to plead guilty to stuff that I'm not guilty of, and then argue me that I am guilty when you saw the body cam footage and you're still trying to make it like I'm guilty. You saw that no library was broken into or vandalized. But they trying to talk about me trespassing when y'all ought to know that if the library is free and open to the public, how come it's not trespassing for anybody else? They're just looking for something because this is part of my targeting, and they're trying to silence and traffic me. It's not fair or right. So I'm trying to be independent with the with the help with the clothes. I'm trying to be independent since I have the money for the clothes, and I don't want to burden other people with that, but I don't have enough money or the funds for the 2 hotel nights that I need. I need help with hotel for tonight and tomorrow night for my belongings, and praying and hoping that they do not throw the book at me. I don't even know if it's possible, if they might look for a reason to, have me just go back. I don't have a home to go to, but for me to go back home or whatever, and then, there's another court date because you got to turn in this document or that document. But they're saying tomorrow is the trial. My left eye is twitching. And that might be the weapons that they're doing that to me. Um, so I have enough funds for dinner tonight, and I'm not gonna eat lunch today. And I have enough funds for dinner tonight, and I'm not gonna eat lunch. And I guess I'll have enough funds for breakfast. I just need help with 2 hotel nights for tonight and tomorrow night to be able to put my belongings. And I need to try to, you know, get a shower and get groomed and freshen up and have a place to put my belongings. And, you know, if I take the bus, they're more likely to perp me and have me agitated before court. But it's possible for them to do it even with the Uber drivers as well. You know. But I don't know. I'm trying not to go crazy. So yeah, I like. So it was raining at It was 3 something this morning. It was 3 and 4 o'clock. It was like 3:45 and 4 o'clock. It was raining, and around 4 o'clock, it was raining really hard, and thunder and lightning and wind, like really, really bad. You know. So I didn't have anywhere to go, and I got wet. But I didn't get soaked or drenched, but I got wet. And it's supposed to rain more today. So, but I'm angry that the stalkers lied and said that Miss Maxine was one of the people that I was talking about. They've been trying very hard to turn her against me. It's like they try to manipulate for her to feel doubt. Like, and it made me feel really sad and hurt that they keep trying. But see, they're making my left eye twitch. But yeah, that was not addressed at her. I'm talking about like people used, you know, the people who would do stuff like wait until the last minute to help. You know, it seemed like certain people would deliberately withhold help on purpose until like after the last minute. And I wasn't addressing Miss Maxine. I was talking about certain people who are now, I'm not even in contact with those people really, and they turn out to reveal themselves as perps that play games. You know, but like there are some people that, I mean, I don't know why the perps wrongfully thought that I was talking about her when I never would have felt that way about her. You know, but them trying to be messy on purpose and destroy any support that I have, you know, and especially at my most critical moments, and at my most critical moments, like the stalkers, I bet you they would be trying to prevent me from having hotel help for tonight and tomorrow. Excuse me. They would be trying to prevent me from having help, or it would not surprise me if I was forced to be out on the streets again tonight and they illegally swat me again, and probably have it more traumatizing and more terrifying. I guess it's not really surprising what they're susceptible to doing. If they get me wrongfully arrested again the night before a court date. And then here's a perp with a raggedy, dirty white truck that illegally passed by with his arm hanging out the window. But yeah, the stalkers are trying to guess what people, they're trying to guess and be messy, about what shady people I'm talking about, and then trying to falsely lie, maliciously and intentionally lie to cause division and trying to cause, turn away my support. They want to turn away my support on purpose and then laugh when I have none. But, they will have certain people who turn out to be perps that will fake donate and play number games with the donations, or they will fake donate. And Miss Maxine never did any of that. If certain people will fake donate and then wait till after I accepted the donation and then turn around and, or they would donate and then immediately demand repayment right back. They would demand repayment right back after they donate, and then they cancel the payment. Or they would donate and manipulate with certain numbers. Excuse me. If they would do something like harass me with a fake gang stalking perp donation of $33.41 specifically. I'm talking about the perps. And then if I say, well, this person fake donated, $33.41, and then I get called ungrateful. That's the games that they play. The perps, not the supportive people. Wow, they had a Masonic fake red and blue combination of 2 SUVs, and then the red SUV had the dog's head hanging out the window and with the cars riding by behind me. But they would fake donate and manipulate or harass me with certain numbers, or they would fake donate and then immediately request a refund and then lie and say that they donated to the wrong person or something like that. Just playing games. Or that the money wasn't intended for me to be donated to, or they would do stuff like if I say I need help with another hotel night and I'm already at a hotel, and if I try to get help with more hotel nights, and I might be like, well, I need help before 11 o'clock to stay in a room. It seems like, I don't know if they just find out after I leave the hotel, certain people, if they find out after I left, or if they would deliberately withhold, like as a way to control, manipulate, and punish me, to withhold a donation and then strategically wait till after I then got all the way back downtown and then donate. Playing games like that, the perps, But it's like they wait till I'm at my lowest to manipulate, play games, and try to destroy me. The perps or fake friends or fake supporters. I'm not talking about the loyal and the small amount of real supporters that I have. But even yesterday, I just even if I might have a small amount of people, sometimes that I might have those days where it feels like everybody hates me or everybody's against me or making me feel like I have no one. But, but I realize I do have a very small amount of supporters. But, the stalkers, they even said, we're going to try to, wow, come on, the fly just flew so close by me. So they must have tagged Miss Maxine and spread that lie and say that I was talking about her, and I wasn't. I wasn't even, addressing or thinking about her in regards to that situation. I'm just clearing things up. I don't want for us to lose friendship, and if she's supposed to be targeted as well, the stalker's trying to manipulate for me to lose support and then make it like it's my own fault that I lost this person or that person as a friend, while they're trying to infiltrate and be messy, and they want me completely isolated with no support, and fake damnesia try to talk about, oh yeah, we're gonna get Tattoo Magoo next. So and they, it's like, as I said, Chad and Barney, I don't hear from them anymore. Yesterday, Pro Skater 1981 came in my live stream last night, and he was only able to make a couple of posts, and I think the perps have blocked him out. They don't want me talking to anyone. Like, they delusionally believe that they're my pimps. And pimps and traffickers like to leave the target isolated. You ain't my doggone pimp. You're not my handler. So the stalkers admit that the jail and court situation is a fraud as a way to they want to force me to go to jail and then serve a jail sentence and then be sex trafficked to a brothel in Shreveport, and then they ritually sacrifice me. They want to, and they keep calling me Diamond. My twin sister is in on this too, in on this conspiracy against me. And she might be the head ringleader. But, I mean, if you go against your own identical twin for money, who's the greedy one here? She can brag about cooking on a Blackstone griddle, but I'm forbidden and not allowed. Look, they have this black car, the perp in this Audi black car. You see the headlights still on. They're sitting in the car and never got out, and it looked like they must be watching me all this time, fake monitoring me. So, yeah, I'm scared about tomorrow. I shouldn't be, but I'm really scared, and I don't want to be set up for any surprises. Like, if there's be surprise for me to end up being like, if they make a fake, is the word verdict? If they try to say, oh, you're guilty, if I don't know if they're gonna make me pay more fines and let me go free, or if they're gonna wrongfully throw me in jail for stuff that I didn't do. So like the stalkers, the fake public offender, he should take into consideration. Of the online threats and harassment, but he won't. And he lied, and he's a know-it-all narcissist, and he will lie and say that it has nothing to do with my fake criminal charges. And it has everything to do with it. He's not doing his freaking job. He thinks he knows it all. He's arrogant. And I'm going to say it again, I fucking hate him. And he's younger than me, so he shouldn't have any authority over me. But he thinks he does. I never heard of a lawyer. If the so-called public defenders don't get paid, then what make you think you got so much power and authority over me if you're supposedly volunteering and not getting paid? I never heard of a lawyer exercising or having authority over, you know, I'm actually a crime victim, not a crime suspect. And I'm actually a felony crime, multi-time felony crime victim, not suspect. So, I mean, I'm trying to not think in a way to where, there's another perp in a white truck that had his arm hanging out the window that illegally passed by on this side of the street. They're harassing and following and stalking me around. I didn't mean to be this long on this video. I mainly came on here because I don't think I'm going to be able to live stream until tonight, whether I'm in a hotel or not. But I want to work on another fiction short story today. I want to, and I'm gonna go get off the video right now. I have to use the bathroom. All right, so I just need help with 2 hotel nights. If any of y'all can help, I love y'all. I'll see y'all later.